Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the dangers of buying silver, how you can lose money purchasing silver and stacking silver. I'm going to be going over different ways that this can influence your potential profits and also hurt your bank account as well. I know silver is extremely addictive, especially when you're a beginner. It can be really exciting to stack, and you're especially trying to get prices for low, and you love these spot prices right now, so you want to buy as much until before it goes back up. So I'm just going to try to make a video to make a realistic perception, or just a realistic overview on how to avoid some of the dangers of when you first get into stacking. But first, before we start this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. I make daily videos. Actually, I've been posting 2 videos a day lately, so subscribe if you're new and like if you enjoy this type of content. So let's get into the video. You not only can lose money on coins and bad purchases, but also you can hurt your bank account and your fiat currency. It's really extremely important to be budgeting how much you're spending, and patience is just as important as well. Going paycheck to paycheck, spending 75% of your income on silver can put you in really bad situations. I know when you first get into it, it's really fun, and you really want to buy as much because you see all these channels that have thousands of ounces, and they do the huge unboxing videos, and you want to be like them. But stay realistic to yourself. Those people, when they first started off, might not have been in the same situation. People, their financial situations fluctuate over time, and just stay realistic to yourself. Even if you're stacking 1 ounce of silver a month, that still is much better off than most people in the world, and those ounces will accumulate and pile up. Think about it. Even 1 ounce a month is still 12 ounces a year, which is still a darn good amount of silver at the end of the day. So really try to, you don't want to be going broke. You don't want to be, missing out on bills or not being able to feed your kids or living paycheck to paycheck. It's really important to stack your fiat currency up before you start buying silver. So if an emergency comes up, or if you do have to, pay a month's ahead on bills or something, you have that. You don't have to sell your silver, because this is definitely something I see a lot where, as a beginner, you overspend, and you overspend, and then all of a sudden something comes up, an emergency happens, and then you have to sell some of your silver to pay that bill or pay that medical bill. And then when you're selling your silver, you're selling it at a loss. So then you're you're not even breaking even. You're losing money, you're losing profits, and it's all just because you were a little too excited. I know it can be fun, and it's still just as fun unboxing 5 ounces as it is to 10 ounces or 20 ounces. Just wait that extra month or extra couple weeks, and just set a budgeting goal. Buy small amounts and stick to it. Other ways to save money if you do have a smaller budget and want to buy silver is not buying Starbucks every day. Start cooking at home instead of eating out. Categorize wants versus needs and learn how to budget better. You can also be flipping coins. Some coins, when you buy them, especially like the pandas and some of the more collectible ones, you buy them right when they come out for cheap, wait a year or two or a couple months, and then you can flip them on eBay for, sometimes even double the profit. And you can do that. You can start selling on eBay, not even silver, but you can start going to auctions or thrift stores, go thrifting, bartering, and you can find some stuff to flip on eBay to get that, and then the extra money you make from that, that can be towards your silver, your little silver pot or whatever. So there's ways to be flexible around this without having to take your hard-earned income and spending that on stuff that isn't really necessary or isn't as important as your daily survival needs, like food, water, and shelter. Um, I did have a much smaller income when I first started stacking, so I really had to learn how to factor these things in and reflect upon my spending habits. I was definitely that person that was living paycheck to paycheck, spending $600-700 on on Atmex when I was only getting $800 paychecks, and then having $150 for the rest of the month, and learning how to budget with that, and that did not go over well. I really had to learn how to start stacking fiat currency first, and that definitely played a huge role in you can definitely learn the hard way. I try to make these videos to help people learn without making the mistakes. I know you usually have to learn from your mistakes, but if I can help someone realize it before that happens, like if I saw a channel like mine before I got into stacking, it would have greatly helped me out and saved me a lot of money. But that is part of stacking. Stacking journeys are very individualized. Short-term stacking mistakes are different than long-term stacking mistakes even. And some coins are riskier than others. There's coins like Morgans and stuff like that where there is a trickier market, and you're gonna have to weigh the risks. Whether you can, there's some potential to make more money on that coin, but there's also potential to lose more money. Or you can go the safer route like American Eagles. So it's really just what's comfortable, under your roof, and what direction you want to go. I definitely think that if you can figure out which direction you want to go, it'll be better off in the end. And also, how you're going to be stacking in the future as well. Is your direction headed in the way you want, and are you staying focused on the reason you started stacking? Because it's really easy to get distracted and start buying silly coins that you didn't even really like, or that's not really under your goal. Maybe your goal is just to stack core silver because you see the fundamental values of it, and then you start paying $80 premiums on coins, and you start losing track of why you started buying. And sometimes it's really good to get back to the basics and just reflect on why you started in the beginning. I actually made a video about that before where I was getting really distracted, paying huge premiums. If I have $200, I could have got tons of silver with that, but I only get like 3 ounces of silver because I'm paying these large premiums, and that's really losing focus on why I started buying silver in the first place. So reflecting on that is very important as well. And now the losing money part on coins is something I definitely need to talk about more, because if you are buying these pandas and kookaburras, the Rwanda series, or even the swans, they are beautiful coins. They are highly collectible. But if you don't have the patience or the resources to be able to sell that coin, you might not even be getting those premiums back, and you might not even break even. So that's something to think about. How are you going to sell those coins? Do you have an eBay page that has ratings? Are the coins in the proper condition? Are you storing the coins properly? That's a huge one as well. In your safe, is there low moisture in the air? Do you have silica gel packs? Do you have tarnish strips? Do you have dehumidifiers? Are you taking the necessary precautions? Because those coins, especially those coins, if they get tarnished or milk spotted, the condition of those coins is gone, and they'll have to be sold for basically around the spot price of silver. Especially, if they're in slabs, you have to bust it out of the slab, and you won't be able to sell that coin for its real or natural price. That's something that happens to a lot of people. So make sure you can really identify your wants versus needs, and your risks versus rewards. Silver is a safer investment than most, but I have done it myself, and I know lots of people that have. So please be careful, and it definitely is addictive. I know that unboxings are therapeutic, and it's really fun to wait for it and check the USPS tracking number and see when it's going to arrive, and then when you unbox it, that feeling of holding the coins. But that same feeling happens even if you buy 4 or 5 ounces. Now, obviously, I wouldn't say just buy 1 ounce, because most places charge free shipping on orders over $100. So I at least always spend $100 on my orders. That's another way to save money, and just be smart about it. You don't want to be paying shipping prices buying 1 ounces at a time. So, obviously take that into consideration. But I definitely wouldn't be spending 8, 9, 10, $1,000 plus on orders if my income isn't suit for that type of purchasing. Just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford it, and that's definitely something that I had to learn over the years myself. Obviously, some people can. I know, like Shadow Stack, he rents out house, he leases houses to people and stuff, so he uses all that money to go into silver, and his actual job he uses on his daily needs, his daily survival skills and tactics, and that's a great plan. That's something that you can do as well. Maybe if you have a second income, just use that for silver. But it really comes down to just budgeting and learning how to control yourself from overspending, because I would hate for people to have to sell their silver, and when you're selling it that early before it really has time, the coins really have time to appreciate and grow value, then you're selling your coins at a loss, and that's something that no one wants to do. It's the worst feeling in the world because not only are you shorting yourself, then after you pay that bill, you have nothing to show for. At least the silver is there and it'll always be there, but bills come and go. So make sure you stack up your fiat currency, stack up enough to if you do lose your job, you can pay months rent a couple months over to hold yourself secure. And then once you get to that point, then you could start stacking silver. But I would not start stacking silver if you don't have enough fiat currency stacked up before. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just a little warning video. I just wanted to kind of help you guys see the reality before you jump into it, because I don't want to get you guys into bad situations or potentially, very expensive situations you're going to have to learn from like I did. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash the thumbs up button if you did. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.